all a joke, isn't it? But such is life, you know.
Yeah, Michael, you've been
It's all part of
nodding. Have you
life's
been
speech.
through that sort of
Nodding,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm fully awake.
It is boring, isn't it? I
Very
think it's boring.
interesting. You know, I think you've handled it very well. I think we all get problems with journalists ringing up at odd times. We used to have a wonderful journalist who used to ring me up about the Python activities, and he'd say, you know, Python doing all this, that and the other, and you'd say, yes, we're doing that. And the last thing you'd say was, oh, Michael, just before you go, what are the names of the Python team? You know, he hadn't actually done that much research. He hadn't got very far. But I mean, I've not ever been involved in talking about my private life with journalists. I don't know how I'd handle that. I've had to talk about John Cleese's private life. Someone rang me up once about sort of 6 in the morning and said, Michael, I heard a rumour, John's getting divorced. Is this so? So I said a few curt words and he disappeared.
The thing is, Michael, in your case, your fame and success crept up gently, didn't it, with Leo, as in all sort of people in the music world. It's a bit more sensational, overnightish. I mean,
I think Leo, people like Leo in his line of work are much more under the spotlight.
Yeah.
I mean, almost literally, you're there and you're on stage.
You don't get much chance to walk away from it, no.
You can adjust
I can
gently.
get into different characters. I mean, the nice thing about Python was that none of us were famous when Python was going on. We were a little anonymous sort of collective. John was known, I suppose, individually. The rest of us weren't at all, and we got very little sort of media attention, which occasionally made us rather sort of resentful, but on the whole I think was very, very good thing.
Did you not get that much? I mean, it's quite a while ago. Was it 69 the first Python series started?
Crumbs, is it?
No,
I mean,
well, we would occasionally appear. Occasionally, people asked the 6 of us onto a show like this, which was absolute, complete, utter chaos.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I remember we went on in America, we went on a chat show once, and they had about 10 guests already, you know, all sitting round. And now we have the Monty Python. Sort of ready to get Thumb team from England, here they come. And as we came on, you could see this guy's face, looking devastated, and more came on. There wasn't enough room for everyone to sit down, and Terry Jones sat on David Soul's lap. It was the only, he happened to be one of the guests. It was the only place he could sit, so Terry sort of sat on his lap. Bit of a joke, and David Soul wasn't at all pleased.
Yes.
Because at that time there was this rumour between, you know, Starsky and Hutch going around in America that perhaps there, you know, there was more to them than just, you know, just jolly policemen together. And so he was looking like this, and Terry was playing up to it. Oh, it was sheer wonderful.
How many normal people have a red and white car? I mean, you know.
And so much was spawned from the Monty Python team, wasn't it? I mean, Fawlty Towers came out of it ultimately, and all the various different directions. You're ripping yarns, and Eric Idle had his own series, didn't he?
Yes, yes.
And Terry Jones.
Yes.
What amazes me is that an awful lot of you were all together on David Frost's show, right back, you know, on the Frost Report.
That's right.
You were writing for it, weren't you? And you've got the 2 Ronnies up front, and John Cleese. And
I mean, that was a smashing show to break your teeth in. Is that the right word?
Cut your teeth in.
Cut your teeth.
Go on.
Thank you, Owen. Very good.
break your teeth.
Going to the football team
I'm in the under 16 team again.
No, because you had terrific performers. I mean, the 2 Ronnies and John, and also every good writer of comedy in the country. I mean, there were hundreds of them there. Barry Crowne, Dick Vosborough, Marty Feldman, David Nobbs, all the Python team were all there. So, I mean, it was quite tough competition. If you got a sketch on, or even a quickie, as we called it, little single joke, we were terribly pleased.
And were you all a load of laughs off screen, or when you weren't actually working? I mean, did you spend the whole time making each other laugh and sort of thinking of sketches and walking around with big noses on and things?
No, not at all. No, rather sort of morose.
Because
no,
David Frost only has to be sitting in the canteen having breakfast here, and suddenly the anecdotes are coming out and everybody's joining in. It's got it must be like that when you get together.
Yes, it is a little bit, especially as you get older. It's rather occupational hazard of getting older. I remember a sketch once. Do you remember when you came on dressed as a chicken and the set held out? Oh, yes. Then came Mary Pickford was there, wasn't there? Douglas Fairbairn. Thanks, yes, we are a bit of a load of old balls, actually, when we get together. But,
we'll leave it there for the moment. Back after this break.